Hi, everyone. Meteorologist Bill Rentschler in the 1011 Now streaming studio. Hope everyone is having a good Thursday afternoon, or Thursday morning, that is, rather. Unfortunately, again, we're dealing with more areas of wildfire smoke across the region. And so just bringing you an update on what we're going to be seeing in terms of that wildfire smoke over the next 24 or so hours, because we do have some air quality alerts that are in place across not just the state, but again, the region as well. So if we pull up our weather graphics, again, air quality alerts cover the entire state of Nebraska through noon on Friday. So again, air quality levels could be ranging from around moderate to the unhealthy or very unhealthy category. Again, so that, again, if you're sensitive to particulates in the atmosphere, again, you want to try and limit your time outside today and likely through the first half of the day on Friday. Again, if you have breathing difficulties, things like that, this could be an issue for you. Most of the smoke is going to stay aloft in the atmosphere, so it's going to create some hazy conditions, hazy skies, but we are seeing some of that smoke mix all the way down to the surface, which is creating poor visibility and again even poorer air quality. And again, you also have that smell of the smoke in the atmosphere as well. So again, that's a look at the statewide air quality alerts. If we zoom out just a little bit, it's also affecting areas across parts of eastern Washington, all of Montana, all of Minnesota, all of Wisconsin, and then also into parts of northeastern Colorado. So again, air quality alerts out for many areas. Likely could see the Dakotas eventually included in this as well. So here's a look at the current air quality levels across the state. And again, I should preface this by saying there's no air quality sensor basically across parts of the Sandhills, southwestern Nebraska, into north central sections of the state. So there's no way to, again, sample what the current air quality is. So that's why we see kind of a big hole there across parts of north central Nebraska into the Sandhills into southwestern Nebraska. But again, right now, at least in Lincoln and southeastern Nebraska, the air quality is good, but it could deteriorate as we head through the rest of the afternoon and into this evening as that smoke continues to filter in from the north behind that cold front, which is going to again turn our winds to the north, which is going to continue to push the smoke through the area. But you do notice way out west across parts of the Panhandle, again into parts of South Dakota, again that air quality is in the very unhealthy category at this time. So again, if you zoom out, look at a little bit more regionally, again you can see across much of the Dakotas and again eastern Wyoming, Montana, and then up into Canada. Again, those current air quality levels, again, ranging from moderate to unhealthy to very unhealthy. And again, this is all smoke that's coming from wildfires that are currently across western Canadian provinces at this time. So again, this is kind of what the alerts mean. So kind of make this full screen here so you can kind of see a little bit more of it. But that moderate category is acceptable, but for some pollutants, there may be a moderate health concern for some who are unusually sensitive to air pollution. And when we're getting to that unhealthy and very unhealthy category, again, we're talking about everyone could certainly see the impacts from the smoke in the atmosphere. Again, sensitive groups may experience more serious effects and, again, may need to limit your time outside. So again, that's kind of a little bit of an explanation of those categories. As we move from west to east across the state, again, you can kind of see some of that smoke in Lincoln, maybe slightly hazy conditions again on the horizon, especially looking off to the north. In York, we're looking okay, again, kind of hazy, but again, as you get further to the west, things really deteriorate very quickly. This is a look right now live from North Platte, and again, looks extremely foggy, but again, this is smoke that's mixed down to the surface right now. So again, that's not an ideal situation that we currently have right there in the North Platte area and across parts of western Nebraska. Again, this is a live view in Scotts Bluff. Normally, you'd be able to see the monument, but again, smoke creating hazy, poor visibility across the area, and again, as well as poor air quality across those areas as well. So again, that's not a scenario that we like to see. I'm going to pull up my web browser here and kind of show you. This is the current look at the visible satellite imagery. Again, kind of hard to see just because of the way the sun angle is right now, but you can kind of see that smoke basically stretching from, again, parts of eastern Washington through Montana, back down through the Dakotas and back into Nebraska. Again, there's a cold front dropping through the state turning winds to the north. That's going to push more of that smoke through the area. There's also a low pressure system here kind of dropping south out of Canada. Some of that smoke's getting wrapped up in that low pressure system, and it's going to continue to dive south with that low pressure system as well. So that's something that we'll continue to watch. Again, kind of hard to see where the sun angle is, but as the sun angle decreases later this evening, we'll really be able to get a view of that smoke. So this is the map from Air Now. With the EPA, and again, this kind of plots out all the areas of smoke, and again, those AQI sensors. So again, you can see a lot of this smoke originating, and these wildfires are across western Canada. So again, that's where the smoke is originating from, and again, with the upper level steering of the winds, it's pushing that smoke down across north central and into central sections of the United States. And again, you can see these sensors in purple. That's the very unhealthy category right now. So again, something we're going to continue to monitor. This is a look at the loop of the vertically integrated smoke. So again, this is looking through an entire column of the atmosphere and looking at where that smoke is. And so again, you can see that smoke over the next 24 hours or so continues to kind of drift down to the south and to the southeast through parts of Nebraska, again into Iowa. And again, so likely smoke is going to continue to be an issue through tonight and then again into the first half of the day on Friday. So that's the look at the vertically integrated smoke. So again, like I mentioned, a lot of the smoke is going to remain aloft, but if we look at the near surface smoke kind of product, we do see that there is the potential for some of that smoke to continue to mix down. Nebraska is right in here where my cursor is. Some of that smoke to mix down near the surface as we head over the course of the next 24 hours as well. So again, air quality alerts are in effect across the state until noon on Friday. So again, if you're sensitive to those particulates in the atmosphere, good time to try and limit your time outside through the day today and potentially through the first half of the day on your Friday. So keep it tuned to 1011. We'll continue to keep you updated on the smoke and the wildfires, air quality alerts, and all that stuff, both on air and online. Thanks for tuning in and watching, and hope everyone has a good Thursday.